Down. My name is Robert Ozzimo. I proudly represent the company of Harcourts, Rata and Co. I'm joined here by some of my award-winning team in blue. If you do require their advice, please feel free to approach either Alex, Andrew and of course Mr. Joel Viavattene, who no doubt you've had the great pleasure of meeting throughout the marketing campaign. Buyers, let me share with you now the following announcements which are in place to help you bid and buy with absolute confidence here today. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding and provides for fines for such conduct. The rules permit for vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. The contract of sale has been on display prior to today's auction. We call for a 10% deposit upon the fall of the hammer and the signing of that contract to take place here today, with the balance to be paid at settlement in a flexible 30 to 90 days time, at which time the vendor will provide either vacant possession of the property or receipts of rents and profits pertaining to the current tenancy. So if you are looking to keep the current tenants on a month-to-month basis, they are willing to do that and you can bid with confidence on that basis. If you do, however, require vacant possession, we can also offer you that today. We just do need a settlement period of 75 days to offer vacant possession. So either way, whether you're looking to invest or whether you're looking to move in and occupy, you can bid with confidence today, knowing that both options are on the table. So buyers, with my highest recommendation, what we offer for your consideration and competition here today: the Boulevard in Thomastown, the heart of Thomastown, and for very good reason, because here in the Boulevard we have access to absolutely everything that you need for a great lifestyle, everything that you need for great capital growth. The Western Ring Road just a few corners away, providing easy access into the city. Not far away at all from Thomastown Station, not far away at all from Station Street shopping, not far away at all from May Road shopping, not far away at all from a plethora of parkland and good quality schools, both primary and secondary, all within the surrounding streets. And what we have noticed in Thomastown in 2025, that we have been going from strength to strength to strength. The market in Thomastown in 2025 is hot. Interest rates are on the way down. Prices are on the way up, and you can bid with confidence today, knowing that what you pay today is less than what the property is worth tomorrow. So your capital growth journey starts right here and starts right now. If you'd like to take advantage of that and get the sold sticker up on the board, right now is the opportunity to do just that, buyers. Where can I see a fair and reasonable starting bid for number 150 of the Boulevard? Who'd like to start us off? I don't mind the call. I'm in your hands, buyer. Start me where you like. If you're here to buy, this is your moment and this is your time. My instructions are clear. We're here to sell. I've had my say. Time for you to have yours now, buyers. Always takes a brave soul to raise their hand first at an auction, I understand. Most quiet part of an auction is when we call for some money. But you've got that opportunity now, buyers. If you have indeed come to buy, this is your moment to show me. At 500, bit light on, so better go with you at 5 and welcome you and best of luck here today. At 500,000, fairly been offered now at 5 and the bid's behind. At 500,000, I'll ask participation in rises of 25. Can I say 5 1/4 in the rise? At 500,000, I've got bargain basement buying at that at 5. At 500,000 now. At 500,000, absolute entry level at that at 500,000 now. 25, sir? I'm asking for 25. I had 10 here. 25 now. 25. Welcome. Best of luck. 50 if you like. At 25, I've got 25 here. At 525, I'll take 25 from top though. Well, that's what I'm asking. At 525, it's going to be 50. At 525,000, 50. Can I say so? At 525,000, fairly been offered now at 525 the bid. At 525,000, fairly been. At 525, I'm asking for 50, ma'am. At 525, make it 550 in the rise. At 525, the bid. At 5 1/4 now, looking for 5 1/2. At 550 now, welcome back, sir. At 50, at 550 now, and the bid's there. At 550,000. At 550,000. At 60 now, short of my stride to get you involved at 10, and the same courtesy at 10 if you like. At 60, I have. At 560,000, 70 got. At 570,000, straight back at you, sir. 80 the call. At 570 in the bid's there, it's against you. At 70, I have. At 570,000, fairly been offered now. Make it 80 in the rise at 570. At 570 the bid. At 570,000, I'll take 80, Alex, over there if it helps. The 70 I have. At 570,000 once. At 570 we done. We're at 570, ma'am. Can I say 580 and get you involved? At 585, at 585 and a better bid at that at 585, at 585, round me off to 600 sir, at 585,000, bids on the phone with Alex at 585 the bid, at 585,000, at 585 now the bid, fairly been offered now at 500, at 590, I had 90 here, give me 95. At 590,000, at 600,000 now, even money at 6, at 600 the bid, at 600,000, 610 sir, at 610,000, welcome, best of luck at 10 now, at 610, at 610,000 the bid's at 610 the bid, at 610,000, fairly been offered now, 610 I have, at 610,000 bid there, opportunity here sir ma'am at 610 now, at 610,000, at 610,000 bid there, what do you say, at 610,000, any more on the phone now, Alex, or in person, at 15 now, 615, at 615, 20 now, 620,000, at 620 the bid, at 620 in the bid's at 620, at 620,000, fairly been offered now, 620 the bid, at 620,000 bid there, opportunity with you now, at 20 I have, can I say 30 now, at 620, 25, at 625 and 30 if you like, at 30 got, at 630,000, at 630,000 bid there now, 630,000, at 630,000, fairly been offered, at 630 the bid, did you bring some extra cash sir, at 630, at 50, no, great bid at 650, what a way to enter the proceedings, at 650 I've got, at 650,000 and 55, at 655, at 655 now, I will say that we are on the market, we are selling here today, bids here, keys are here, no second chances. If you've come to buy, you have to dig deep and show me right now. At 655,000 was a great bid. Another one might just get the keys for good. At 655, the bids here, the keys are at 665, at 665 and welcome you back at 65, at 665,000, best of luck once again at 65, at 665,000, fairly been offered, at 665 the bid, at 665,000, bids there, keys are there, we sell here today, at I was just about to come back to you, so I had a feeling something was drawing me back to you at 70 now, at 670,000, at 670,000, the bid's there, 80 now, 680, at 680 the bid, definitely done, absolutely sure, I'll give you a moment to think about it, 80 now. We done here, sir? Don't take too long. I've got another auction soon at 680,000. I'll circle back to you. Give you a moment to think. At 680,000, bids here. Keys are here at 680 now. Once at 680,000. Are we all done? 85. At 85 now on the phone at 85, at 685, at 685,000. We are selling here today at 90 now, 690,000 and welcome back at 90. I'm not going inside, not seeking instructions. If that's what you're waiting for, wait no longer because it's not going to happen here today. I'm out here until we sell at 690,000. The bid's there, the keys are there at 690 now. Are we done over here, sir? Thank you for being here today. We're done over here, sir, ma'am, at 690,000. Bid there. If you've come to buy, you have to show me now. We're about to sell at 690,000. Fairly been offered. Still done there, sir, at 690. Just have a moment to think about it, sir. Did you think about it at 690? Yes. You're in, out at 690,000. Need to know. About to sell at 90 the bid. Once at 690, all done. At 95, welcome back at 695 and 700 beckons at 700 got at 700,000 even money. Don't let it ski off, it's just a round number at 700,000 now, might be their limit too. At 700,000, you're definitely done now. Thank you for being here today, sir. At 700,000 the bid. At 700,000 even money at that at 7 now. At 700,000 fairly been offered at 7, the bid's there. Bids here, sorry, at 700,000. At 700,000 fairly been offered now. At 700 bids with you, yes Joel, at 700,000 fairly been offered once. At 700,000 all done. Second call at 700. At 705, not going away that easily at 705. At 10, at 710, at 710,000, the quick retort, pressure back on the phone. At 710 now, we're definitely done now, sir. Thank you again, definitely done here. Thank you once more. At 710,000 and we're over there at 710. And we're done over here at 710,000. How about over here? I'll circle back, Andrew, instructions. We're done here now at 710,000. Thank you for your bidding here today. At 710,000, bids here, keys are here. We sell at 710 now. Once. At 710, done. Twice. At 710, the bid, done. Finished. Third, final call at $710,000 the bid. All done, all finished, all silent now at 710.
720.
At 20, and a great bid at 720,000. At 700, now that was at 25 now. I was going to say that was a Labor decision. A quick reply is what's needed. At 725, pressure back on the phone now at 725. How are we doing here? In and out. Some clear instructions. At 725,000. Bids there, keys are there. We sell. Make absolutely no mistake about it. If you've come to buy, show me right now at 725,000. We're on the market and selling. First call at 30 now, 730. At 730,000, we're back here, 32 now, 732. At 732,000. At 732,000, fairly been offered now. At 732, the bid. At 732,000, bids there, keys are there. We sell away 35 now. There's no better bid than that. At 735. At 735, how about 40? At 737, 737 now. At 737,000. At 737,000, bid here. Keys are here. We are selling here today at 737 the bid. At 737,000, if you've come to buy, you must show me now at $737,000 the bid. Once at 737 done. Twice at 737 done. Finished. Third final call. 737 the bid. All done, all finished, all silent out at 737. Definitely done here, done here. We've definitely done both sides here. Thank you once more for your bidding here today. Alex,
740.
at 740 now, at 740. They keep me waiting right till the last second at 740 now, at 740,000. Time for a big bid. At 740,000, dig deep if you want to buy it. One last big roll of the dice at 40 now, and the bid's there. The keys are there at 740. At 2 now, at 742. At 742. At 742,000. At 45, the quick retort now. At 745,000. At 745, the bid. At 745,000, bid back in the phone at 45. Keys back with Alex at 45. And 7 now. At 747,000, and make it 50 in the rise. At 747, the bid. At 747,000, fairly been offered at 747, the bid. At 747,000, bids there, keys are there. We are selling here today. On your word, Alex, I'll sell over there at 747, taking off like a jet here today at 747. At 747, the bid. First call at 747,000. At 50 now, and I had a feeling we'd get there. At 750,000. At 750,000. Don't walk away on a round number. Round numbers are usually the barrier to the competition. At 750,000. At 750, the bid's there. Opportunity with you at 750. At 750,000. At 750,000, fairly been offered. Bids there with Alex on the phone. Keys are there. We're on the market. We sell. No second chances here today. Once a hammer falls, sold is sold, gone is gone. And we're off to the next one at 50. At 51. At 751. At 751 now the bid. At 751,000. We're back here on the street at 51. At 52 at 752. You've got them down now to $1,000 bids. The best response to a small bid is always a big bid. At 752 and the bid's there. This is where it counts. You have to dig deep if you want to buy 55 and a better bid at that. At 755 the bid. At 755. At 755,000, fairly been offered now. 755 the bid. At 755 and 57 now. It's thirsty work. At 757. At 757,000, we're back there now at 57. 60 if you like. At 757. And a half, at 757 and a half, at 757 and a half now, at 757,500, take me to 60, Alex,
760.
At 60 got, at 760,000, at 760,000, fairly been offered at 760, on the phone, keys are there, opportunity with you, won't be for long because we sell here today, at 760,000 the bid, for the first call, at 760, are we done? Second call at 760,000. Done. Finished. Third. Final call at $760,000 the bid. All done, all finished, all sold out on all sides. Last chance, in or out. We're definitely done. You've been so strong.
We're
Definitely done?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being here today at 760,000. First call, second call, third, final call at 760,000. All done, all finished, all silent out at 760. Absolutely sure. Absolutely. Thank you very much for your spirit of being here today. Hopefully we get to enjoy success next time we meet at 760. We're selling, 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 sold. Congratulations and well bid. Please join me congratulating our purchasers and our vendors here today. You've just witnessed another successful Harcourts, Rata & Co auction. Have a great weekend. We'll see you again soon. Thank you. Thanks.